morning, everyone. Sorry, I'm a tad bit behind. I was
For a while now.
Hey, Mackenzie, how are you? So today is going to be a different kind of day. Um, I am actually going to be talking to you guys about some stuff that has been on my mind. Very deeply. That has been on my mind very deeply all night because this is the eve of the event that will be happening tomorrow in local chapters across America. And I've seen a lot of different posts spreading a lot of misinformation. And I have a platform, and while it may not be the largest platform, it is a platform nonetheless, you know. And you all know who I am, you know my heart, and this is something that I am very passionate about. And I know that as much as I stay, hey Diamond, hey 31 Voices, guys, 31 Voices will be back on this weekend, just so you know, on Sunday. But I want to educate you guys on some stuff because I've always been very transparent with you all. So I'm going to give you guys facts about the People's Union. Facts about the No Kings movement. And yes, I'm going to have my laptop up. And I'm going to be going to credible sources so that you all can know exactly what it's about. And no, it does not go against my own belief systems or what Elysium LBC stands for. It's actually something that I have been so disheartened that I hadn't seen. So when I was on IG and I saw the founder, he was speaking about what's going on this this Saturday. So I'm gonna wait till we get a couple more people in here, but tomorrow, it's October the 18th, and there is a lot of misinformation being, spewed out about the People's Union USA and what the No Kings movement is about. It's economic blackout, and they are consumer boycotts. We've been doing them in a series of 24 hours with different businesses, but tomorrow there will be a silent, nonviolent protest. One will be here in Columbia, South Carolina. There will be one in DC. John Schwartz is the man behind it. He is very passionate about it, and I've had the liberty of communicating with him directly. And if I weren't traveling tomorrow, I would be out. So if you can't go out and you don't feel comfortable going out because they are trying to tie up this peaceful movement with extremist groups, and we're not about that. So I am going to be putting out some formal, I guess you want to call them press release, or messages today and in the near future. But I have been so frustrated of late with the state in which the world is going and how much misinformation is out there and how people are just giving half truths on both sides, you know? And it doesn't have to be this or this. It should be about this. It should be about us and our constitutional rights that are being stripped from us. And I don't talk politics, so I'm not going to talk about, what this person is doing and doing this. I'm just going to tell you the facts. Did you know that they're going back? And then this is something that I looked up back to 2020 when the epidemic was out, and everyone that, even people that didn't qualify in that moment, they were given, SNAP benefits to go feed their families. They're going back and trying to penalize those people now. They're talking about not giving, single mothers that have children to feed their benefits on the first. How did we get to this point? So I'm going to proudly tell you that I walk with the No Kings movement. I stand with them. I stand with the People's Union. And it is a peaceful family rising for truth, unity, and constitutional freedom. We move in peace. We speak in love. We are not Antifa, nor are we aligned with any extremist groups. We are everyday people choosing courage over compliance and light over fear, light over dark, right? If you cannot participate in this, I will have some links on my pages on, that if you want to go and just do your own research on it. It is the People's Union USA.com /local chapters, right? And I'll put that in my posts. I'm going to make posts on all of my social media platforms. And I fully expect this live to be suppressed. Okay, so y'all tapping the screen and sharing it out is going to help. Hitting those, whatever those go populars or whatever, doing whatever you can to do that, because I'm talking truth. I'm speaking in transparency. Good morning, my loves. And I'm speaking in transparency on 2 different platforms at this time. Not only am I doing that, but I'm also opening up my boxes. And I will be doing in the moment research with you all and giving you guys the right information and showing you who is who, what is what's going on, and all of that. But tomorrow on the 18th of October, there have been statements made that government agencies will be embedded in these silent protests, right? And these are not even silent. These are peaceful protests. We will not be armed. We're not coming with anything but love and compassion and speaking the truth, okay? Everyone's wearing yellow. So wherever you're at, tomorrow, while I am traveling to and fro, and, please give me traveling mercies that we make it there, because I am going from one area and I will be driving through the thick of one of those protests on my way up to, good morning, on my way up to my birthplace in Gettysburg. But my statement of support for the No Kings movement and the People's Union is I stand in full support of the No Kings movement and proudly serve as a member. I am a member of the People's Union. I signed up this week. Grand Rising, Divine Beginnings. I am not on here to utilize my platform to say, hey, join me. I'm giving you information and I'll give you the link. And if you choose to do so, then that's amazing. If you don't, then that's amazing too. You know, like there's no, there's never been any judgment here. Everyone has their own, thought processes. We have people on here who are here because this is a safe space. This is the collective. But I am telling you, as the leader of this collective and the person, one of the people, because there are groups of us who this came up because we are a collective for a reason. But as you're the face of this collective of Elysium LBC and LoveBugCentral, I am letting you know that I stand in full support of the No Kings movement. I proudly serve as a member of the People's Union. It is a peaceful, lawful, and united community committed to protecting the constitutional rights of every American. The mission is rooted in peace, truth, and accountability. We reject violence, hatred, I can't say that word, or division in any form. We're not affiliated with Antifa or any extremist organization. Any claims suggesting otherwise are false and misleading. So I'm letting you know this. It's coming from me. They are false and misleading. The People's Union represents a collective voice of citizens who value integrity, justice, and preservation of freedom. This vision actually directly aligns with my purpose of Elysium LBC, where guiding principles are empowerment, healing, and conscious leadership. Okay? Together, we rise peacefully, not to overthrow anything, but to restore balance and transparency and compassion within our communities. And if you want to learn more or join the movement, I will be putting posts on my FB with the link. I will be putting posts on all of my social media platforms with the direct link for you to go in and see if you can join your local chapter, because this is a peaceful and a loving thing. This is word of mouth, and we're using our social media platforms to inform you and give you real information, because after tomorrow's protest, it's going to be skewed. And I was going to come on here, and instead of writing a meditation, I meditated on this, and I really thought really hard about, whether or not I was going to disclose this, or if I was just going to, silently do what I do. But when have I ever been silent about love? Never. When have I ever been silent about exposing peace and transparency and showing love? And yeah, I came on here without talking to my PR people. I just said, hey, I'm going to need some moderators in the group today. This is a decision that I made as the founder of LBC. to let you know the truth. You know, I cannot sit back quietly as a healer, as a light worker, and watch the level of evilness continue to consume the light. We have to, hi brother, we have to literally do our part. And if you don't have a local chapter that has a you know, a peaceful protest going on tomorrow, just wear yellow in support of this. Hi, my brother. I'm coming home tomorrow. I'll be leaving early in the morning. I'll be up in PA, and then I'll be coming down to see you and Jackie. I got my bowls with me. But I'm talking about the protest that'll be going on tomorrow. I am a member of the People's Union. And I am going to stress, and I'm going to keep saying this, you know, that we are not an extremist organization. We're not affiliated with the other A group at all. You know, we're not. And the No Kings movement was established in 1776. See, my brother right there will be at the protest tomorrow. That's my heart right there. You know, I'm on my way up there. I would, if I didn't have to travel, I was thinking about leaving this evening, literally, so that I could be there tomorrow. And I might still do that, but it'll be a lot of driving on my part. You know, like, I feel so passionate about it that I'm just like, I have some volunteer work that I'm doing this morning. And I'm thinking as soon as that, I might just go pick up grandmama and hit the road. And that way I can get at least a few hours sleep. Probably come to your house and we can go to it together. And the more I think about it, I think that's going to be the plan. So I'll call you later, Chris. And yeah, that's going to be the plan. Because I have been, hi, Shalom. I have been, you know, just sitting here and I'm like, I'm not going to be able to make it tomorrow, at least here in Columbia, because it will be going on in Columbia. But why not go to my home, which is DC, and stand side by side with my brother and my sister and do this? So, yeah, that's going to be the plan. I'll be there tomorrow morning at your house. I know they need people to set up at about 10:30. But I got to look and see what time it's starting there. And I'll get there as soon as I can. I just have to go drop grandmom off. And I may not even go to Kia's house. I might just drop grandmom off and come straight to your house if you're okay with that. I just have to be up to get with Kia by Sunday afternoon. You good with that? Okay. So I'm going to be coming to your house tonight. But yeah, I my baby just took a hit for me just then. I just want you guys to know that, you know, this is something that I stand proudly with. I'm not going to be, I will not go silently into this good night. Who knows that? Rise, 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 guys. And use your voice peacefully. Peacefully. Do whatever it is that you're going to do peacefully. And remember, we will not be armed. I'm letting you know that right now out of my mouth. I will not be armed. And I have a license to carry. I will not be armed. I will be there in peaceful, to do my part peacefully in DC tomorrow. And I'll be with my brother Chris. I'm so happy he came on this morning. He's never on TT, guys. So I'm telling you, when the divine speaks, the divine definitely speaks, you know. Um, but the People's Union, their vision is in alignment with my, yeah, it is, is in direct alignment with Elysium LBC and our guiding principles. Our love, peace, healing, healing, healing. Okay, I'll call you later. I'll call you. I won't FaceTime you. Either that or I'll call Jackie. But so yeah. It's my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for being in alignment with me all my life, bro. So the hashtags are No Kings Movement, hashtag the People's Union, hashtag Elysium LBC, hashtag Freedom Through Peace, hashtag Conscious Leadership, and hashtag United We Stand. Wear yellow and spend on local businesses only. It is an economic blackout. I got to get gas. I'm going on base to get gas. Wear yellow. Tomorrow, yellow. Put yellow hearts in the chat. You know, do your research. And if you feel so compelled, get the message out. Okay? The economic blackout that we have going on right now, I think, is SB Energy. Help me out. I know that you are by the... No, you're walking. The blackouts. Here we go. So without our money, so October's blackout list: Amazon, Target, Starbucks, Walmart, Disney, and Ben & Jerry's. October 18th, tomorrow. Okay? Hold the line is all we're going to be saying. Hold the line. The website, thepeoplesunionusa.com. If you're interested in joining, add a / and local chapter, and it'll take you straight to where you can sign up. Why are we boycotting those? Amazon is crushing small businesses like myself, right? Target, ignoring repeated boycotts, standing against the people. Walmart, exploiting labor, draining local economies. Disney, profiting off of influence while ignoring the people. Ben & Jerry's, once principled, now hollow under corporate control. Every dollar that we withhold is pressure that they feel. This resistance without violence, without chaos, or risk to our families is the way that we can go about doing our part. Keeping our money to local businesses. Start shopping at your farmers markets. Start going to artisan markets. Start going to those type of places. This past weekend with Loriana and her family, I went to the Porches of Sumter, which actually highlights our local, we had an artisan thing. No, leave your lifesaver at home. It might be misconstrued as something else. Why does this matter? This movement isn't noise, it's strategy, guys. You got to be strategic with this, okay? While others rally, we act, okay? Together, we're building real power, community, structure, and solidarity in every neighborhood and chapter. What to do? Mark the blackout dates. Spend nothing at these corporations. Support your local businesses. Share this message. Get involved with your local chapter. And you can read on the website details relating to each company. You know, if we stop resistant, they win. If we stay disciplined, we win. October, this month, the blackout, hold the line, build the future. Amazon, Walmart, Starbucks, Disney, and Ben & Jerry's. Hi, sissy. How are you? And again, where I would have hundreds of people in here, my lives have been suppressed because I'm talking about positivity. You know, I'm speaking on and I am promoting love. Wearing a color of solidarity feels empowering. It also paints a target for those who see unity as a threat. So stay vigilant, guys. Thank you, N. Thank you, sis. I know I got it braided up. Yes, guys, if y'all are wondering, is this my hair color? Yes, it is. And yes, this is my hair, just so y'all know. See, Lolo, she said this morning her meditation told her to hold her online shopping. And I swear to you guys, I did not say anything to her yesterday when we were talking about this. I think I only spoke to Energy about it. Even when I joined, I was, you know, I said, you know, I have to do something. I've been talking to my husband. I said, I feel something in me and I'm about to burst. As I'm talking to you now, my ears just started ringing. My ancestors are telling me, yes, I'm doing the right thing, you know, and I'm going to post this, and I'm going to have in the description what this live is about. You know, I am a healer, guys. I am a healer. I'm also a small business owner. And I know the risks that I'm taking by being completely transparent with every one of you about where I stand in certain situations. But I can't be silent. I cannot be a healer if I'm not completely transparent with you. Because then I'm taking away your choice of whether or not you want to be in my world. You know? Trust me, no judgment at all. I'm just letting you know where I stand with the things that are going on. And I cannot sit back and silently continue to watch all of our, and I get choked up when I say this, all of our civil rights being taken away. I can't. And it's not about this race or that race or this party or this party. It is simply about the light and the dark. And as a light worker, I have to tell you that we have to stay positive. We have to keep each other lifted up. Because if we don't, everything's going to crumble. And yes, I was warned 2 years ago I wasn't warned, I was informed by my shaman that things were going to get worse before they get better, but that I need to find the people that were meant to be in my collective, and we were going to stand together and promote love and light. And promote love and light. Fear is the lowest frequency, and it appears in the most ironic ways. you know. But we cannot, when you start to feel that fear, is when you need to close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and say, what would the Most High do? What would the higher version of myself want to do in this moment? Hey Mal, I'll be home later on today. Be coming home. I'll be home sometime early in the morning. But it's, you know, I can't continue to sit back and just be quiet anymore and not be who I am and not stand for what I stand for with my company. And I am building an empire. I am building, it has always been a movement. LoveBugCentral is a movement. In a world full of negativity, choose love, love on purpose. Elysium is a division of LoveBugCentral. You know, in a world full of negativity, choose love, love on purpose. Do it. Do your part, whatever that is. Even if you are just going live and wearing yellow tomorrow, we'll know. You know, we are, as the collective, as Elysium, going to do our part. And I thank you all for listening to me this morning, because I feel a huge weight being lifted up off of me. It has been. It has been on my spirit all week. And we don't have to go out and hoot and holler and do all of this other stuff. All we have to do is be disciplined and not give them our money, because they're taking it away from us anyway. Yes. What would my higher self do? Thank you, Falcon. England, my love, how are you? Yeah. So, when you hear all of the bullshit that's going to come out, because it is going to come out, all of the false narrative, all of the rhetoric that is going to be thrown out about what the People's Union stands for and what the people, what the No Kings movement stands for, they're going to try to flip this shit, and it's not going to be there, because I'm going to be standing there in yellow, side by side with my brother and sister tomorrow in DC. I'm going to my home to support, you know. And I'm gonna let y'all know something. There's a video that's out on IG right now where somebody gave a half-ass version of something that happened on Capitol Hill. And I don't know when it happened, but they posted it, and it made it look as if, you know, people were going against people. And yay, Mal, I will text you. Yes, lady in California. See, look. Awareness, guys. Awareness. Okay? And in any altercation that you will hear, if you hear somebody saying, stop playing with me, I told you to stop playing with me, especially if they're from DC, that means that you have pushed me to the brink of my words. Now I'm about to square up with you. And I am not a person that promotes. I feel like if you can't, you know, And I'm a boxer, guys, so I know that I have to be very, you know, like, I can't just be out here throwing hands because I can get locked up. Real talk. You know, don't try me, don't push me, because if it's self-defense, I'm going to get off. I'm just going to let you know that. But I will tell you that when you hear someone say, I told you to stop playing with me, and if they have laid hands on you, there was something that precipitated that altercation that happened in that video. Okay? And I'm just telling you, that's how I grew up in DC. Okay? When I was growing up in DC back in the 1900s, there was real violence in that city, in my city. We had 5 to 10 unalivings and just pews, you know, sometimes more than that, every single day. And there was like, it was wild. Sometimes it was over a pair of Jordans, or if you scuffed my tennis shoes, you know, people were just going loco. You know, when this is what I witnessed growing up, you know. And then I go to DC, which is now completely gentrified. Okay? There are more there than they are by far. Okay? There was a time when if I drove down P Street in Northwest, or if I drove down a certain area downtown at night, you would never see anywhere. Okay? You wouldn't even see many anywhere because it wasn't safe to be outside at night. If you were outside at night and you weren't going to work, you were out there looking for trouble. Okay? And that was just what it was. So when I went home from my godfather's funeral a few years ago, and my brother and I were driving around at night, I'm like, where all these people come from? And they're eating outside at night. I'm like, yeah, U Street, Alabama Avenue, and don't even think about going down to Southeast. Okay? Martin Luther King Avenue was a... All right? So, yeah. Guys, and then I'm driving around and I'm like, what they doing outside? And my brother's like, oh yeah, everything's changed, mate. You know? But you know what I'm talking about when you go over from, when you move from, yeah. My brother owns a house in Southeast right now, and he is not going to give that bad boy up. I just know that for a fact. That's a family home. That's a family house, family home. And we grew up. I grew up on 16th and Taylor. I grew up going to Cardozo High School. It was the castle on the hill. I went to Howard University. You know, I'm a DC girl. I went to Garnett Patterson Junior High School. All right. You know, back and forth between Pennsylvania and DC in my elementary school years, but I'm a DC girl through and through. You know, so for the rhetoric to be saying that DC is so, that they have to do illegal stuff and actually put our own military against us, which is never supposed to happen. As a retired veteran family, you know, we're never supposed to, it's only supposed to be to help during freaking disasters. And that is, you know, the National Guard getting deployed to help whenever they need to do relief to help people during floods and stuff like that. Never to be used as force against our own people. Then to hear, and I'm not talking about people in general, I'm just telling you what I'm hearing in the news, that November 1st, SNAP benefits, they sent it out to all the states to withhold SNAP benefits. And this is how kids, Grandma, it's not time to go outside, honey. It's not time to go outside yet. Okay. You know, that they were going to withhold SNAP benefits from families that need them. And that there was correspondence that was sent out, literally correspondence that was sent out saying we need to have your statistics from everybody who received EBT from 2020. And if y'all remember what happened in 2020, you know, a lot of us who would not have qualified for SNAP benefits, I didn't get any. I wish I had, because that would have helped out. But I did qualify for unemployment because my whole industry shut down. And now you coming back to me trying to say that it's fraud, whenever you were the one that was in power and told them to give us the shit. Make it make sense. So many of my chosen family members that I have met on this website in particular, and I'm looking at TT, are single parents. And they're of a specific group. Black and brown people. There are some that are from this group as well. It's an economic attack. Classist, socialist, I mean, like, however you want to look at it, we're now being divided by how much money you make or you don't make. And the only way we can really fight back peacefully, the only way that we can make an impact, is to hold our dollars. Shop locally. Don't go in there and trying to nickel and dime these small business owners, okay? When you go to go get your hair done, if you go to get services like mine, the price is what it is. You know, if you have people like me who are healers, we understand and we are told when to bless people with our services for free. But please understand that if you will go to Ralph Lauren and get their shit on clearance, right? Because they said it was on clearance. Stop nickel and diming our own people and expecting things at a discount just because they're a small business. These are the people that you should be giving more to, not less. Never once. Oh, thank you, Falcon. I'll make sure she gets it. You know, we put our heart and soul into what we do. When you have people like Sweets who make money off of baking, that is one of her gifts. She's a tattoo artist. Thank you. You know, a tattoo artist. Her price is what it is. You know, when I walked into that tattoo place down in Gatlinburg, he said the minimum price for something this was what it was We didn't barter with him. Oh, let me get that at this. You think you can make it this? No, it's priced what it was. It's a small business. And it's a specialty. And they're giving you their gifts. Okay? You have someone like Zen who creates things like this. If she charges you $20 for this plate, okay? She handcrafted this. This is her stamp on the back. She put love into this dish. You give her that $20. Stop nickel and diamond our people. It's worth more than that. She's asking for 20, give her 25 because you appreciate it if you have it to give. Yeah, and the tattoo is forever. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah, discern, don't absorb. Fear is their only play. And they're using fear against us, guys. They are. They're using fear to turn ourselves against each other. And it's not about what color you are, guys. It's about what's in here. And the real issue that's going on is a spiritual war. Whether you want to believe it or not. Whether you're religious or if you're spiritual or if you're a mixture of both. Because to be honest with you, they're both the freaking same, except one reaches a different demographic. And the other one, we still talk to the same creator. The creator is the creator. One is like an organized, organized structure. The other one, we go off of what we are shown. By the Most High. Point blank, period. So remove the word fear from your vocabulary. Remove the H word from your vocabulary. Speak with intention. Be slow to speak, quick to listen, slow to anger, quick to love. Because you're going to get tested. And we just came out of retrograde, guys. A lot of stuff the moons, all that stuff. There's a lot going on. Right? Hold back your money from big companies. Give it to the small companies. Put the money back into our communities. Because never once do you ever see, and I'm going to put it like this. You never seen a commercial for Rolls Royce. You never see a commercial for a Bentley. You know why? Because they know what they're worth and they're not going to commercialize themselves. People who can afford those things go to those things and they pay the price that it's there. When you go to Tiffany's and you want that little blue thing, that little blue box, that has that diamond, the price is what it is. Change this mentality up here, guys. Whether we're sharing our gifts, providing services, or doing both. I come on here every morning and I used to battle and I used to, do things because this is really how I promote my business and I promote my gifts. But this is also how I give back to my community because I offer my gifts for free. And I will tell you, I charge $111 an hour for the hour that I give to you for free. Okay? My price is what my price is, and that's even on the low scale. But I come on here for free because I am called to do so. I completely stopped battling. I completely stopped, you know, doing this and that. Like literally. Grandmom's fine. She's on hospice, home hospice now, but yeah, we're making it. You know, she's not getting any better, and it's getting a little bit tougher, but I have more help now with hospice. Um, and really, it's just all about providing a quality of life for her during her final days here on this earth, and making sure that she is happy, and it is an investment of my time that I know that I'm doing the right thing for my elder. Um, and it can be trying at times. And this week was a very rough week, especially with the demands that school has on me now. I'm in my dissertation phase, guys. I've already finished my doctoral program. I'm in my residency, and then I'll finish my capstone project. I'll graduate, and then I'm going to write my dissertation. And that's when I'll do my research, you know. Yes. I agree with you, Mackenzie. She said, I think we've lost sight of the power of a gift, of selfless acts of services in some way, an offering of resources you could help and choose to share. It's not something that should always happen, guys. And there are people on here that are like, I'm not going to do this until you do this, and I need to hit my life goal. I say, if you can help me towards my life goal, that's great, because I do get paid from these apps. I am monetizing more, and I make more on YouTube than I do on TT. So I have been asking everyone to move over there. If you would like to support me, if you would like to assist me, go over there and purchase a membership. It's the same thing as doing this super fan thing over here, or like the subscriptions, and they're still kind of in the same price range. So what you were doing over on TT, I'm just asking that you pull it over here. You know, I just got a donation from Falcon. Thank you so much that's helping me with traveling money. you know, that walking around money that we talk about. But no, this is helping pay some bills. DJ $50 bill. What's up, guys? You know? And my husband and I are a team. And yes, it is an investment that we are taking and this is a sacrifice of our time with each other. But he works, and he works on the road. And we may not spend a lot of time together, but when we do spend time together, it is quality time that we spend together. And we see each other every single day. So we've learned to adapt our relationship to being apart. And I'll be honest with you, as a military family, I'm used to him being gone 9 to 10 months out of the year anyway. Okay, love you. I'll let you know when I get on the road. So, I'm being called to just jump on the road today so that I can be there tomorrow. Hi, Letitia. And they changed up the names on here. So, guys, if you come on here and I don't speak, you'll have to tell me what your handle is, because now it's showing me like something else. Okay, Mac, you be safe on that highway. Hi, spiritually gifted. Sunstar, what's up, lady? I hear you guys went over to Rare Gems. Congratulations to my twin for starting her own agency over here on TikTok. I am with Young Nation XYL, and that's where I'm going to stay. But I do support You know, my sisters and brothers who started their own agency, and I'm proud of them. Those of you who are going to be participating in our peaceful protest tomorrow, remember, be safe, be aware, no weapons, just come with love. Make sure you have your water, little snacks, you know, and make sure you have your IDs on you. Don't travel without an ID. We're yellow and shine bright like diamonds, guys. And I don't even think I have anything yellow. I'm going to go and find something yellow. In fact, I do have something yellow. It's one of my mom's t-shirts. So I'm going to be on there with my McDonald's t-shirt. Yes. Remember, think strategically, guys. We are not savages. We're not extremists. And you don't have to I don't even know how that is. Like, I don't even know what the word is to say, because I don't like passive aggressive people. So I like very blunt people who tell me where they're from. You know, if you don't like if you don't like the color of my skin, I'd rather just say, hey, just don't talk to me. You know what I mean? And yeah. But it shouldn't be about that. Because right now, it is about us staying unified and not allowing that division to happen. Okay? Stay informed. Look at the sources that you are getting your information from. As a scholarly writer and practitioner right now, it is I know the what is it, the importance of making sure you have credible sources whenever you are citing things, or whenever you are speaking, or reposting things. Look at the source first. Go to the comments before you hit that repost button. And I know we're quick to gravitate towards that funny stuff because in the comments is where it's at, you know. But some of the things that I've seen are just not right. You know what right and wrong is. And you know that there is more wrong going on in this world than there is right. You know it. I don't care what your political stance is. You know the difference between right and wrong. You know what moral and immoral is. You know, plain and simple. You have your intuition for a reason. Everyone knows. And I can't say use your common sense, because common sense is not common for everyone. Okay? But if you see something that looks interesting, look it up. Don't just go to ChatGPT, because ChatGPT can lead you down the wrong path. And I'm learning that even that can be manipulated by the sources that be, even though AI is kind of forming its own. It's just doing what it wants to do. But there are codes that were written by people that made AI possible. You know that our information has been compromised. You know that they listen to everything that we say. You know, I know that what I'm saying is being monitored right now, and I probably just put a target on myself. But you know what? I don't care. Because my intentions are pure. My heart is pure. I know what I stand for. And if you know me, you know that I stand for love. And if you have to doubt that, you don't know me. You need to unfollow me and just go on about your way. You know, if I politely move out of your world, if I just politely just stop interacting with you, that means that our frequencies aren't matched up right now. And it's not personal, but I have a lot of people who depend on me to keep my frequency right here and to keep it elevating up. And I cannot have any low vibrational individuals around me who are not trying to pull themselves up, because part of what I do is to help you get out of that slump and show you how to, you know, heal yourself. As a healer, I don't do all of it. You got to do the work. As a mentor, a spiritual coach, as a life coach, I don't tell you what to do. I help you navigate through what you're supposed to do, because you already know all the answers that you're looking for right here. So, that being said, I said a lot today. Don't let any stupid ass rhetoric get in your mindset about what's happening tomorrow. Be the opposite of crabs in a bucket. You know, they always say crabs in a barrel always pulling each other down. Instead, let's be ants, because ants build on each other, right? They're always working together for the colony, for the collective, right? Just saying, if you look at nature, okay? Be the buffalo, because the storms are coming. It was wild when we were in Tennessee. There was literally like a little buffalo stand. And I was like, do they really have buffaloes over there? And I saw one. And I was like, I think it was like one of the last days I was getting ready to leave, because I didn't leave the house. And we were on the way back. And I think I was in the car with Sasha and Energy. And we were driving. And I was like, there's a buffalo. You know, and I saw the buffalo. And I was so happy, because I was like, yes, we are buffaloes up in here. We do not run from the storm. We run through it and push through it and persevere through it. And you gotta know to lean on your people, even when you are that independent person that usually withdraws and tries to work shit out on your own. We have a collective for a reason. And I have a lot of groups that are open, a lot of resources for you to tap into the collective through Discord, through the WhatsApp chats, through, you know, the collective chats, through just, we have ways of y'all getting in contact with something. If you need to contact me, go on my website, send me an email, because I do not get notifications through social media. And if you are trying to locate me through social media for something, an emergency, go to IG. I check IG and Facebook more than I do anything else. And I'm just going to say that. But don't come on there with no foolishness, because I know how to block. Okay? Not saying that, but I will tell you, I protect my peace at all costs. Okay? And foolishness means don't come on there with anything actually inappropriate or coming on to me, because I'm a happily married woman. I'm here to help you guide through your spiritual issues. I'm here to help you guide through life. I'm here to help you, learn about crystals. I'm here to help you learn about sound therapy and frequencies and about spiritualism, shamanism. And I know a little bit about all of the isms, guys. As a shaman, I've learned a little bit about a lot of different religions so that I can communicate with people from all walks of life, which is why I know that I was born a shaman, a medicine woman. I've always had the knowledge to heal people, on how to heal. Hey, Mika, what is this? What's that? Even before I was even medically trained, I was always that person that people came to in my family. I'm like, why y'all asking me? I'm not a doctor. I'm in the 12th grade. But I knew the answer. When you start going back and you start looking at things that happened in your childhood and you piece things together, you be like, aha, aha. Like, I was being set up for this the moment I was born. The Elysium LBC Alternative and Holistic Wellness Center is the vision. The retreats have already started. And it started out as a thought. Then I manifested it, wrote it down, and now I see it in the vision. And then you got to know that when you're on these paths and they're spiritual, that they're not your plans. Everything's going to change. So you've got to be fluid. You've got to be flexible. You got to know that you can't control anything but how you respond to what happens. You can have a goal. And you say, okay, this is what I set out to do, because that's what the most high or the most divine power that's available to you in that moment, the most divine source, the highest divine source that is available to you in this moment, in that time, is telling you to do. That went over some of y'all's heads. Those of you who meant to hear that were meant to hear that, and I said what I said. That message was meant for you to hear in that moment. Take that information and work with it. So let's see those yellow hearts in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up and get Mary ready for the day so I can get her packed and get us on the road. And thank you all for your support, guys. Thank you, Mackenzie. She says, saying a prayer tonight at the base of Sister Tree for everyone. May her roots guide and protect you all as you walk with light. May you feel the support of the collective. Yes, the collective. What is the collective? We are the collective. Okay? Like-minded individuals from all walks of life with one common goal. And what is that goal, guys? Put it in the chat, because I'm not going to say it. Put it in the chat. Love. And love on purpose. Yes. I'm reading it. Didn't say it, but I'm reading it. Yes. Choosing love and loving on purpose. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for understanding that today I just had to let you know the No Kings Movement, hashtag No Kings Movement, hashtag the People's Union, hashtag Freedom Through Peace, hashtag United We Stand. We stand united. Hashtag Elysium LBC. Hashtag conscious leadership. Go out there and make a difference today and keep it. No Kings movement. No Kings movement, guys. Peaceful economic blackouts. You don't have to use this. Use this and closing those wallets. Because trust me, they're not trying to pay a lot of people. And it's disheartening for me to know that my brothers in arms are not getting paid. People who took an oath to protect us, protect the Constitution, are not getting paid. Makes no sense. Peaceful protesting, no violence, none, guys, none. Learn to walk away. Hold the line, but learn that when somebody's coming at you with violence, pivot. You don't have to respond. May love overcome. May you guys know love. May you know peace. May you know joy. May you be free from pain. Free from suffering. Thank you, Mackenzie, for those words. And remember, in a world full of negativity, choose love, love on purpose. I will keep the collective updated on my where beings and when I land safely where I'm going. All right? See you all when I see you. I have my bowls with me. I will try to go live next week. I cannot make promises because I will be there to assist my niece, my cousin, my surrogate daughter now, since both of our mothers passed away. And she's my younger cousin. I'm the eldest, by the way, guys. So I'm going to be her doula, for lack of better words, for the birth of baby Zuriana. So may you guys send her lots of love, peace, and strength, because she's very nervous, and I'm going there to be a support system for her. All right, guys.